It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
What's happening, everybody? Yes, it is showtime. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Wherever you are, whatever time it is time. It's showtime. It's time for the Geno Jones Show, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 if you're in Chicago or Houston or Dallas, St. Louis, 3:30 out on the West Coast, out there in the city of angels, Los Angeles, or San Diego, maybe up in Portland where my daughter Boogie, as I call her, or maybe you're hanging out there somewhere in Portland or Seattle. All right, so listen, I've got a guest today. She'll be coming on camera shortly. She is a leader of a Girl Scout troop here in the Carolinas, and it's that time of year to support the Girl Scouts and get some of those delicious Girl Scout cookies. I'm asking, do they still have they used to have these lemon flavored. They had the little lemon on the inside, the little yellow ones with the, man. I'm not a cookie person, but man, those cookies, those lemon flavored cookies would just, man, had a brother sprung, if you know what I'm talking about. So let's get into today's monologue. I just want to update you with a couple pieces of information. Good. One piece is real good, and one is very troubling. So the House of Representatives just expanded the Civil Rights Bill, or the Civil Rights Act, Civil Rights Bill, of course it is, or you could say Act, by banning all discrimination, banning all discrimination against the LGBTQ community, way past due. So that bill has passed, or that addition to the Civil Rights Bill was signed off on today. You had Leader Pelosi, a leader of the House of Representatives, gave a very powerful speech. So good job, Senator Pelosi. The bill got all Democratic votes, no Republican votes, just for the record, just to let you know, just in case you were wondering who's on the side of righteousness and fairness and equality and equity, and well, who's not. So just for the record, just wanted to let you know that. So some very troubling news came out today. Now, when you hear this, you're not going to be surprised. Many of you, some of you maybe, many of you, especially if you've been watching my show since I've been on late September, early October, will not be surprised at all because of the rise of hate and just the emboldening of white nationalism and this extreme form of white racism and anti-Semitism and homophobia and misogyny and sexism. So the head of the U.S. Capitol Police, actually a sister, a black woman, was in front of Congress today, and she said that extremists, those white nationalists, those militia members, those domestic terrorists, because that's what they are, those are my words, not hers, those domestic terrorists, they want to blow up the U.S. Capitol when President Biden addresses Congress. Now, we don't have an exact date when President Biden is expected to address the joint sessions of Congress, the House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate. But in case you're wondering why around the U.S. Capitol and the White House looks like a fortress, that's why. Why do they still have the barbed wire and the high fences and all the barricades and the concrete barricades? That's why. Because these terrorists still, basically, if we can't have who we want in control, then we're going to literally blow up the whole damn thing. So, and now this is just confirmed. There's been intelligence all throughout, I'm sure between the FBI, the CIA, all of our intelligence agencies, they have confirmed this, that these groups, and they've been pretty open about it. It wasn't like they were hiding. They've been openly talking about this, live streaming it on different social media platforms. So we are still living in some very dangerous and precarious times. So keep your head up and do what you got to do to keep this country, to keep all the members of the Congress, House and Senate, President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and all of us safe. Because we don't have to worry about Putin or Xi in China or Erdogan in Turkey. America is going to be its own demise. America will destroy itself if we don't root out this extreme form of hate, which is the root of it is fear and ignorance. Because like I said, we're talking about COVID-19. Over 500,000 Americans have passed away from COVID-19, have transitioned, have died. And this virus does not care about your ideology, about your point of view, about your politics, about your privilege, power, or prestige. Folks of all races, socioeconomic status, folks, different type of religions, people who don't believe in God or religion at all, have all passed away from COVID-19. So that should, if nothing else, that should be a teachable moment to say, wait a minute now, this whole color, this whole concept of whiteness and race, it's a made-up construct, guys. I've talked about this, I've talked about this and gone into that subject in detail right here on this show. So I won't revisit it now, but just wanted to give everybody a heads up. And I'm glad that the U.S. Capitol Police and the intelligence agencies of our government are not asleep at the wheel like they were on January 6th. But then I think January 6th, they were asleep at the wheel because they wanted to be asleep at the wheel. It was intentional. We'll have that conversation on a different show. Right now, I want to bring on my guest. She is troop leader of Girl Scout Troop 387. They are a part of the North Charleston, South Carolina's Service Unit 657 under the Girl Scouts of Eastern South Carolina, located at the beautiful Royal Missionary Baptist Church that I am honored to say that I have attended on many occasions. Reverend Holt, shout out to Pastor Holt, Reverend Holt, good brother, an incredible pastor, just to hold the congregation, all the different ministries. They do incredible work, absolutely work. So I'm not surprised that they are affiliated, and full disclosure, good friend of mine, friend of the family, her family, friend of my family, very talented person who I hope that you'll see a lot more of on the Geno Jones Show as a regular contributor. Let me bring to the Geno Jones Show and bring on camera my friend as I just switch my screen over here and we just do a little, see, I have to be my own technical director. Tracy Hughes. Hello, Tracy. How are you?
Hi, Geno. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you. And wow, Happy New Year. It's been a while since we caught up with each other.
Yes, COVID.
Yeah, my God. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Well, listen, it's great to have you here. Let me just do a little something. I have to be on camera host and my technical director and everything else all at one time, but it's all good. That's the great thing about live TV. So we were just talking. You heard the lead in. So this weekend, is it Girl Scout cookie time? And before you get started, let me off the rip. Do the Girl Scouts, do you all still sell those delicious lemon flavored cookies?
We still have a lemon flavor cookie. It's a new lemon cookie.
Really?
It depends on which one you're talking about.
Well, I don't know whichever one it was delicious. Because I'm not a cookie person, but man, those lemon flavored cookies had a brother sprung, like I said. So.
How long ago have you eaten lemon cookies, Geno?
Okay, you would put a brother on the spot on his own show. Well, okay, you know why? Because, okay, Allie is 19. So I would say it's probably been maybe about 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that was a different lemon cookie.
She was in middle school, I think the last time that we got some, I think it had to be in middle school. But
that's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
I'm sure they taste great. So why don't you go ahead?
They still taste good.
I know. I bet they taste great. I'm looking forward to getting some. If nothing else, heck, a lot of times I would buy, like if we were out, me and the girls were out, I would just buy some because I'm not a cookie eater, and I would get some for the girls. Or then I would just get some extra ones and say, listen, you know what, pay it forward, bless them with somebody else. I just wanted to support the Girl Scouts because it's just a wonderful organization.
That's
So,
awesome.
so let's talk about what's happening here in the Low Country in the Charleston area this Saturday, right? So let us know how we can support the Girl Scouts here locally, and tell us a little more about your troop and what's happening here in the Carolinas.
Well, first, to tell you a little bit about our troop, we are a multi-level troop. We have girls that range from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade.
Wow.
We are the largest troop in the council. We are the largest troop in the state of South Carolina that we know of. We are the largest troop, period, here in South Carolina, period. So our whole council. So it's awesome and amazing. Our girls are awesome. Our leaders are awesome. We're based out of Liberty Hill, but we accept girls from, any of the areas that are surrounding. We are now that it's been COVID, so we've had to do a lot of altering of our
Yes.
plans in the way, but we are continuing to press forward with our girls. We're not givers. We're not giving up, should I say? We're not giving up. So we continue to press forward. We do our meetings, we're Zoom. We do some outdoor events, drive-through. Speaking of drive-throughs, we have a drive-through cookie booth, our first ever drive-through cookie booth this weekend. This Saturday begins at 11 o'clock. It will be in the parking lot of the Royal Missionary Baptist Church. We will take your cars. We will service you, and you won't have to get out your car. We take credit cards. We take Cash App. We
I
take
love it.
cash, of course. And we don't take EBT, but we're working on it. I just want you to know we're working
You're
on it. We're
working on it.
working on it.
I think
We're
it's a
working
great
on it.
idea. I love that drive-through. I mean, it's COVID friendly because of the times that we're living in. I just
Yes.
think it's a great idea because, like I said, just the Girl Scouts is such a wonderful organization, and I mean, it teaches these young ladies. I'm sure it teaches great life lessons and transferable skills that they can take with them as they grow up and move on into womanhood and adulthood. So tell us a little more about the troop and anything else that's going on this weekend that we should know about.
Well, we first I just want to reiterate, we will be in the parking lot. You will be required to wear face masks.
Okay.
So cookies are most of our cookies are $4 a box.
Okay.
You can get 5 for 20. That's our special 5 for 20.
Right. What time?
We have two,
I'm sorry.
huh?
And I just wanted to jump in, establish what are the hours this Saturday?
The hours of our cookie booth begins at 11 o'clock
Okay.
and it ends at 2 o'clock
Okay.
p.m.
Okay.
So we'll be out there. We'll have a sign out on East Montague and Luella. We are located at 4761 Luella Avenue in North Charleston, over in good old Liberty Hill.
Right.
So you look out for our sign. It'll be sitting out on Luella on East Montague at the corner. And you just come on in and the parking lot crew will direct you. As for our Girl Scout troop, we are in our 10th year anniversary.
Wow.
And it's awesome. Who would have thought that we would be in the middle of a pandemic in our 10-year anniversary? But God is
know.
still in control. He is still good
Yes. Yes.
all the
Absolutely.
time. And we have a great support system because we are also a ministry at our church, as well as we are under the Girl Scouts of Eastern South Carolina. Our pastor, the Reverend Dr. Isaac J. Holt Jr. and First Lady Holt are our biggest supporters. So our girls, we always talk about the skills that our girls learn from selling cookies, because selling cookies is a business.
Yes.
It truly is a business. And there are 5 skills that we basically focus on: the goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. So our girls are learning a lot about being an entrepreneur.
Great.
And cookies is definitely a big starter for them at this age, to teach them about, becoming your own boss. A cookie boss is the best way to get the girls going to be their own boss after they leave school and leave college.
I love it. How many young ladies are in the troop?
We average on a regular 100 girls.
Wow.
So we usually average about between 23 and 25 leaders. We have this year, since COVID, we're approximately 75 girls,
Okay.
but that's still great. It's still awesome. And this pandemic, one thing this pandemic has taught us is that there are alternative ways to do things and still get the job done.
Hmm.
And using Zoom, we've learned to think, as we say, think outside the cookie
Yeah, I
box.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love
It's
it. I love it.
awesome. It's awesome. And we have, like I said, we have an awesome troop, an awesome troop.
I can
So,
imagine.
this is the best job ever. It's a volunteer job, but it's the best job, because our girls, you see the fruits of the labor. You see them grow up, they go to college, into the military, and it's awesome to see the skills that they've learned, and, the community involvement, and, just things that help make them, because our theme, is Girl Scouts, we make the world a better place. That's what
Absolutely.
our theme is. That's what we want to do. We strive to make the world a better place.
So, Tracy, were you a Girl Scout when you were young?
I'm glad you asked. Sure was.
Really? Okay.
I was born and raised in good old St. Louis, Missouri,
Okay.
and yeah, the Show Me State. And I tell people all the time that when I was a Girl Scout, they didn't have all the levels that we have now.
Yeah.
We have right now daisies, which are kindergarten and first graders. And
Okay.
then we have the brownies that are second and third graders. We have our juniors that are fourth and fifth graders. And our cadets, which are 3 years, which are mostly our middle schoolers, they are sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. And then we have our senior Girl Scouts, which are ninth and 10th graders. And then we have our ambassador Girl Scouts, and they are juniors and seniors.
Wow.
And so when I was a Girl Scout, we only had pixies, brownies, and then just became a Girl
Girl
Scout.
Scout. Yeah.
So people have never heard of pixies, so I'm
Me either.
telling my age. Mm.
But that's
Yes,
okay.
Geno.
No, I didn't. I didn't know it had anything to do with age, but it was wonderful. And the reason, Tracy, I asked that, even though I did know the answer, is I was
Yeah.
going to ask. I would think that a lot of women who were Girl Scouts as young girls come back and support the organization. Maybe do become, troop leaders like you are, or
Yeah.
contribute, support the organization in many other ways.
Yes, we do. We have plenty of leaders that were Girl Scouts when they were younger. We have a lot of parents that were Girl Scouts when they were younger. We have volunteers. We have people that come to us when we're doing maybe projects or community projects and things like that, or we're doing cookie booths. And we have a lot of people that come to us to support us just because they used to be Girl Scouts. And we always have a saying, once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout.
And
Once you're
talk
a Girl Scout, you're always a Girl Scout.
Right. And talk about those projects, those community projects, because that's really, really important. Teaching the business and entrepreneurial skills is important, but also giving back to the community, especially as young girls. I think that's so important.
Yes.
So talk about a lot of that work that you guys do, or you ladies do.
Well, our girls, what we do, we strive to do our own skill building within the troop based upon each girl's level. So based upon what her grade level is, her Girl Scout level, you have badges and journeys that are specifically catered to that level. So, as on those different levels, the girls can do certain community projects that they can take on as a group. And then we have the highest awards, and we have three highest awards. The first one is a bronze award, and then there's a silver award. The bronze award is only for juniors,
Okay.
our fourth and fifth graders. That's their highest award that they can achieve as a junior. Then we have our silver award. The silver award can only be attained, it's your highest award as a cadet. That's the sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. Then you have the highest of all highest, which is the gold award, which is the equivalent of a Boy Scouts, the Eagle Scout.
Okay.
So that's our highest award. That's for anyone that's a high schooler, ninth grade, through 12th grade, which is our seniors and ambassadors. So all of those are take action projects. You have your take action projects, and then you have your one and done projects. Your one and done projects are, okay, we'll go over here today and help out, to do something maybe at a senior home.
Okay.
We may go and serve them, and we may go do something for them, do some donations or things, or we may go clean up their yard or something for a senior.
Great.
Just there, we may a take action. There are certain projects that they're over with once you do it. And then there's the take action project. Those take action projects are those that we say grow legs. It continues on, it's sustainable. And those are the highest award projects. Those projects, the requirement is it has to be a take action project that continues to grow, or someone else can take on that project and continue that project. So, it has to lay roots. And so, one example, or another, I can give you a couple
Yeah,
examples,
please.
would
Yes.
be my daughter just did a silver award. And her silver award, what she chose to do was she identified with her leader's nursing home in Mount Pleasant. That nursing home, her leader would speak about how, the seniors at the nursing home are really, really sad and depressed because they
Hmm.
can't see their
Yeah.
families. And so what my daughter said was, Mom, I want to take on a project and help them. So what she did was she gathered donations, and she got enough money together using her own allowance too, and got 3 iPads and
Wow.
a host of games and puzzles and like crossword puzzle books and word finds, the little pegs, the little individual peg games, and different thing, bingo games and things like that, things that the seniors could utilize. And the purpose of the iPads was so that they can Zoom, or they can do a telephone
FaceTime.
call.
Like
Yes,
FaceTime
they
your
can do
family.
all of that and still see their family members up close and
Wow.
personal. And then they had games that they could play, you know, all things like that. That was something that keeps going, that continues to help. And she called it COVID SOS, COVID Service of Seniors.
I
And
love
it
it.
was on it was on the news. I mean, the news took it on, and it was a big deal. And those are the type of projects, that, we employ, we encourage our girls to do. We had another girl, 3 girls, they did a silver award project together. And what they did was they decided to take on a project called Soul Hope. And it was kids in a country in Africa, one of the countries, the smaller countries, where they had problems with no shoes to wear, and they were getting infections in their feet.
Mm.
So the girls decided to partner with Soul Hope to collect jean material, and the company would provide the rubber soles, and then they would sew them to the shoes and make shoes for those kids over there that were
Wow.
walking on all of the debris that caused infections
Mm.
and gangrenes and things like that in their feet. And when they did the project, then one of our other leaders, she was a Delta. She got her Delta girls to go head on, and her sorority group to take that project on, and they continued on with that project. So those are the type of projects that we call take action projects that grow legs.
Wow, wonderful. Listen, I'm sure there's a way that those of us in the community, those of us who are not Girl Scouts, who maybe were not Boy Scouts, but I just think it's a wonderful organization, and I'm sure the Girl Scouts, they could always use more, since they give back to the community. A lot of us
Yes.
could give back to the community and support these young women all at the same time. So why don't you let us know how we can support the Girl Scouts here locally and nationally, along with, of course, buying as many cookies as we can.
Definitely buy cookies, buy cookies. Well, we have a lot of donation methods. You can go to the cookie booths when you're purchasing cookies. We have a program right now that we always do case cookies for. It used to be called Operation Cookie Drop,
Okay.
but it's called it's a we're caring for healthcare workers, and military. So you can donate to them. You can donate case cookies to them, which and a case comes 12 cookies. So a case runs you $48 a box. Now, if you can't afford a case, you can just purchase individual boxes and just say this is a donation for our healthcare workers or our military troops.
Great.
The council also has avenues where you can donate if you have a even if you have a local troop that you know of, you can help by donating membership fees. You know,
Okay.
you can do things like dues and help buy their uniforms, you know, because there are a lot of girls that don't have the capability
Yeah.
of doing that. And then we have a lot of girls, parents that won't put their kids in Girl Scouts because they don't have the money.
Yeah.
But Girl Scouts has financial assistance for those girls. So we always say, never ever just say, no, I can't afford it, because we will make sure that your Girl Scout is able to participate no matter what the cost. You know, it's not that
Beautiful.
expensive, but any donation that you would like to give, you know, reach out to your local Girl Scout troops to see what they need, you know, and also to the local council. And we have a website, which is www.girlscouts, and that's Girl Scouts plural, Girl Scouts esc.org, and that just stands for Girl Scouts Eastern South Carolina.org. And there's a wealth of information on there if you need to get in touch with the council or donate.
Okay. And if somebody's watching, maybe they might not have the internet or Wi-Fi. They may be visiting somebody or looking at somebody's tablet or smartphone watching the show, but they have a daughter that they would love to get involved with the Girl Scouts. Is there a phone number here locally or maybe a national number? But I would assume that you guys probably do everything locally, but you could explain, how does that work? Somebody watching, they've got a daughter or granddaughter, maybe a niece, and they say, I would love for my daughter, my grandchild, or my niece to be involved with the Girl Scouts. I think she could learn so much about being an entrepreneur, about giving back to the community, setting great examples. What's the contact information?
Well, the information that I gave you for the website, that is the information that they need if they want to join. They
Okay.
want their girls to join the www.girlscoutsesc. That's for Eastern South Carolina.
Okay.
That's girlscoutsesc.org. All the information that you need is there. You can search up your area where you live by putting in
Okay.
your information and find a troop that's near you.
Is there a
And
phone number?
also,
I'm
you know,
sorry. Is there a phone
say
number?
again.
Is there a phone number?
Right now there was a main number, but since COVID, a lot of things have been shut down,
Yeah.
and so there's a remote number that, you know, is being utilized. Unless you have a direct line, it's kind of difficult. But
Okay.
if you contact them, they will get back in touch with you
Great.
using that resource
Okay.
of the website.
Great.
And when you go on that website, there is so much information there. You won't be disappointed. You know, it's self-explanatory.
Well, Tracy, you are a great troop leader and ambassador. But before I let you go, I need to know. So we know they got the lemon flavors. So how many different flavors? It might be too many to mention all of them, but give me, if you can, give me an idea how many flavors that we have to choose from, and I guess some of the favorites, or maybe, like you said, maybe some new flavors that didn't exist last year or maybe a couple years ago.
Well, we have all your favorites. We have the Thin Mints, the famous Thin Mints, the famous Dosey Dos, the Samoas. We have the trefoils. Those are the shortbread cookies.
Okay.
We also have the tagalongs. We also have lemon ups.
Okay.
The lemon ups are our new cookie from last year, and
Okay.
they are awesome. My new favorite cookie. And we also have, I think I said Dosey Do's, which
Yeah.
is our peanut butter cookie. We also have a specialty cookie. There are two specialty cookies. One called S'mores. S'mores
Wow.
is those two particular cookies, S'mores and Toffee Tastics, are our specialties, and they cost $5.50. Those are the only two cookies that cost that much.
Okay.
But we have our Thin Mints are gluten free.
Okay.
Vegan. I'm sorry, vegan. That's what they call it, vegan. Let me
Okay.
get it right, vegan. And then we have the gluten-free cookies are the Toffee Tastics. I stand corrected. The Toffee Tastics are gluten-free. So we have something for everyone. I think I named all the cookies.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Samoas. We have the Samoas thing. Yeah, I named them all.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So
We have a lot of good cookies, so just come on out to the cookie booth. Saturday is going to be amazing. No rain, sunshine, blue skies,
there you
and
go.
you don't have to get out your car, and you're going to be serviced.
Wow. Speak it
Can't
into
beat
existence.
that.
No, you cannot. Yes, troop leader of the Girl Scout Troop 387, right here, part of the North Charleston, South Carolina Service Unit 657 under the Girl Scouts of Eastern South Carolina, located at
Yes.
Royal Missionary Baptist Church. Miss Tracy Hughes, great job as always. So we will see you Saturday morning.
Yes.
Get there early,
Saturday morning, 11
11
o'clock
o'clock.
a.m. sharp.
And give us that address once again.
The address is 4761 Luella Avenue. That's in Liberty Hill in North Charleston.
All right, type it in.
Royal Missionary Baptist Church.
That's right. Type it into your navigation. You got all that technology on that phone. Put it to some good use. Tracy.
Thank you so much, Geno,
no,
for
Tracy.
all that you do as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for joining the show. So I look forward to having you back on the show so we can talk about some other things. You know, we've had some
Our
very
favorite topics.
passionate conversations. This woman here is well versed, very smart woman on many fronts. So we've had some very passionate, engaging conversations. So look, I'm supposed to keep that a secret. She's modest.
You tell them everything that you know.
I know. She's modest, but I'm bragging on her, you know, because she's a dear friend.
Thank you so much. You're so kind.
Thank you, Tracy. All right.
You.
My love to all the family, all right? And we'll
Yes,
talk.
thank you so very much.
We'll see you Saturday. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Tracy Hughes with the Girl Scouts of America. They do really great work, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you get out there and support that organization and support these young people. There we go. Back on a one shot of me. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Show. Like, share, and subscribe to the Geno Jones Show daily, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here. All right. I want to shout out the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, Markel Bailey. Check him out on Instagram, Kelby Cuttin, KelbeCuttin, Kelby Cuttin on Instagram. The official wardrobe stylist, the wardrobe consultant for the Geno Jones Show is Mr. Bruce Gage out of Chicago, Illinois, repping the south side of Chicago, Bronzeville. Stand up. Check out Bruce Gage. Check out his Instagram page. If you like displays or you like the look that we have, Mr. Bruce Gage always keeps a brother tight, keeps that collar popping. Also, he is one of the few officially licensed vendors to sell the official Negro Baseball League gear. They have jackets, sweaters, and they got caps. Ladies, they have dresses, and they had some. I think they may still have them. Just go to flyballthestore.com. They have masks, COVID-19 masks, flyballthestore.com. Check that out. But just check out Bruce Gage, his Instagram page. Just do a search, Bruce Gage, Gage. I love you. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Mother, I love you. I know you're watching. Thank you for watching. So tomorrow, it will be our week in review, kind of recap what happened, some of the biggest stories over this week, this past week, and get you ready for the weekend. We got a big versus battle Saturday. I don't know if it's going to be a battle. So Mr. D'Angelo, who really, hey, yo, Swizz, you and Tim, you know what would have been like the sweet versus battle with D'Angelo? It would have been Maxwell. Now, I know Maxwell's catalog is probably a little thicker than D'Angelo because, you know, he took that hiatus, took a break, a long break for a minute. But just in terms of swag and style, and, you know, the women would have just went absolutely crazy with D'Angelo and Maxwell. So, you know, maybe in the future, I'm just saying, because I know everybody wants to be the producer of verses. Everybody's like, hey, y'all need to do this battle and that battle. So what the heck, why not? I might as well go ahead and jump in there, throw my hat in the ring. But D'Angelo, Maxwell would have been a really good versus. So it'll be D'Angelo, and they're going to be doing it live in Atlanta, I believe. They're going to be at, I believe, the Fox Theater in Atlanta. It's going to be Saturday night. So I'll have all the details about that on tomorrow's show. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. I really appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know. Share all the back episodes. Binge watch. I've had some great guests from Lettucey about 3 weeks ago. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Lenny Williams, my man Gene Noble that made Matching Tattoo, Aloe Black. We had Chris Jasper from the Isley Brothers, former lead singer of the Bar-Kays, my brother. We call him Uncle Larry Dotson, Reggie Calloway, so many more. And we got some really big guests coming up too, coming up in March. I'm not even gonna tell you. You're just gonna see them on camera. You're gonna be like, wow. All right, some ladies that have released some brand new music that are hits, that's banging on the radio right now. That's your clue. So you gotta tune in every weekday, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Geno Jones Show, live right here on my YouTube channel. God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Till next time, be blessed.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.